You asked for map animations, so here they are. Today I'm showing you how to create 3 completely different ones. A cinematic country reveal, an animated flight route from London to New York, and a clean country highlight effect that pulls your viewer's attention exactly where you want it. All 3 built entirely in CapCut and can be adapted to almost any kind of videos. The last one is the simplest, but it might be the most useful, so stay with me. I'm Agnes, and I'm here to help you master CapCut the easy way. Let's jump in. Let's start with a slow push into the map, where one country suddenly becomes the whole story. It looks cinematic, but it's much easier to build than you might think. I'm starting by adding one of our motion backgrounds to the timeline. This will sit behind the map and add some movement as we zoom in. It's from our motion backgrounds pack, which you can purchase through the link in the description if you want to use the same one, but any background will work perfectly here. Now add your map on top of it. Go to Video, remove background and enable chroma key. With the color picker, I remove the white background and adjust the intensity if needed until the edges of the map look clean. I only need a part of this map for this demonstration, so I'm going to basic and adjusting the size of the map just like this. Then right click and create a compound clip. Brilliant. Now go to animation and choose flip. I set the duration to 1 second. Move your playhead to where the animation ends and add the keyframe for scale and position. Then highlight the background and add the same keyframes there. Now move the playhead forward by about 30 frames. Then zoom in on the map by roughly 60% and adjust its position so we move towards the area we want to reveal. Now adjust the scale of the background by about 60% as well. This keeps the map and background moving together rather than making the map feel disconnected from the design. Move your playhead forward by about 5 frames and bring in your country map. I chose the UK using a version with the flag displayed inside it. Adjust the length of the layer, go to Video, remove background and use chroma key to remove this white background. Now resize the country and position it over the correct location on your larger map. Looking good, isn't it? Move your playhead to the beginning of the country map layer, highlight it, go to Video, choose Mask and select Circle. Shrink the mask all the way down, set the feather to around 50 to 60 and add the keyframe under the mask settings. Move your playhead forward by about 2 seconds. Increase the mask size until the country is revealed. Then bring the feather back down to 0. Move your playhead forward by about another second and add keyframes for scale and position on both the country map and the larger map. Move forward by another second, zoom into the larger map and reposition it if needed. Then highlight the country map and resize it so it fits the correct position on the larger map. Right-click the country map layer and choose Show Variable Speed Animation. Highlight the scale keyframes and choose Ease. Then do the same for both the X and Y position keyframes as well. Press Option or Alt plus K to close it. Highlight the larger map layer, right-click the last keyframe, choose Show All Presets and choose Ease so the 2 map layers move together smoothly. Move the playhead forward by about 6 frames and add the text layer. Adjust its length and type the name of the country. For the font, I'm using 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘. I'm choosing black for the color so it reads clearly against the flag. Resize the text and position it wherever it works best in your composition. Go to Animation, choose Type 1 and set the duration to around 1.2 seconds. Looking good. For the final touch, go to Effect, search for Vignette and place it above your layers. Adjust the texture if you like. I'm leaving mine at 100 and there it is. You've just revealed and highlighted a country on the map, and because the map and the motion background move together, the result feels much more cinematic. That works perfectly when you want to reveal one location. But what if your story needs to show movement between two places? That's where this next one comes in. Right, this is the one that takes a little patience. But stick with me, because when it comes together, it's the kind of thing people watch twice just to catch how you pulled it off. Add your map to the timeline, then go to stickers, choose shapes, and add the custom shape. If you don't have the shape feature, you can create something similar with a text layer. Type a row of dashes, choose curve, adjust the curve strength to your liking, enable shadow, and fine-tune the settings until it looks right. Then go to animation and choose type 1. But for this demonstration, we are using the shape tool. Adjust the length of the shape layer, move your playhead to the beginning, highlight it, and place your first point on the map. I'm flying from London, so let's zoom in a little. There it is. Add the first point and stretch the handle slightly so we can create that nice curve. Now place the other point at the destination, which for me is New York. Zoom back out and adjust the curve until the root sits nicely across the map. It's looking good already. Now change the color so the line is easy to see. I'm choosing red and I'm bringing the weight down to around 3. Nice. You can also change the style of the curve to dashes or dots. I'm leaving mine as this clean solid curve. We can also add caps at the start and end points. I'm adding a dot at the beginning and an arrow at the destination. The route is in place now, so let's make it travel. Right-click the shape layer and create a compound clip. Move your playhead to the beginning of the clip. Go to Video, choose Mask, add Mask, and choose Split. I'm rotating my mask to around 140 degrees, but your angle will depend on where your route begins. If you're traveling from the opposite side of the world, rotate the mask in the other direction. Move the mask until the route completely disappears, then add the keyframe under the mask settings. I'm moving the playhead forward by about 2.5 seconds because I want the journey to travel a little more slowly. Move and slightly rotate the mask, then move it again until the entire journey is revealed. Right-click the second keyframe, choose Show All Presets, and select Cubic Ease. Perfect. There's our journey. Now let's add the plane. Move your playhead forward by about 20 frames. Go to Stickers, search for a plane. I like this one, so I'm adding it to the timeline. Resize it, place it at the beginning of the journey, and rotate it slightly so it follows the direction of the route. Let's add an entrance animation too. I'm choosing Spring. Now create a compound clip. Move your playhead to the beginning of the plane clip. Go to Video, Basic, and add the Transform keyframe. Move your playhead forward by about 40 frames. Move the plane to the end of the route and rotate it so it follows the angle of the line. Play it back. Nice, but the plane isn't following the exact line, so let's fix that. I'm adding a few extra keyframes in between and adjusting the plane's position so it follows the curve cleanly, just like this. Right-click, show variable speed animation, highlight all keyframes on the X position, curves, and choose ease out. That's the hard part done. Now let's turn this flat map into something that feels like a globe. Go to Effects, search for Player 3, and add it to the timeline. Set both texture and glow to 0 to remove the black box that appears. This effect also includes an entrance animation, so move the effect clip to the point where that animation ends. For me, that's about 20 frames in. Highlight all the layers below and move them to that point. I'm using my plane layer as my guide here. Move the playhead there, highlight the effect layer, and add the rotate keyframe. Move the playhead by about 30 frames and add the second rotate keyframe. Return to the first keyframe and set the rotation to around 85. Move to the second keyframe and rotate it in the opposite direction to to around 25. Right-click the second keyframe, choose Show All Presets, and select Cubic Ease. Now move your playhead to the beginning of the clips, select all the layers, and create a compound clip. You can now trim away that entrance animation by pressing Q on your keyboard. Move your playhead forward about 5 frames and zoom into the start location. Adjust the position so the black edge disappears and we get a close view of our starting point. I've zoomed in to around 220%. Add the transform keyframe. Move forward by about 1.5 seconds and adjust the map's scale and position. Right-click the second keyframe, choose Show All Presets, and select Cubic Ease. But we're still missing that globe-like shape, so I'm adding the fisheye effect. Set it to around 20. Nice. The colors still look a little pale, so let's make them pop. Go to Filters, search for 4K, and add it to the timeline. Pull the intensity back slightly to around 50. Now watch that back. I love it. That's your flight route, drawn, flown, and curving right around the globe. Quick one before we carry on. If you want free assets to use in your edits right now, there is a free creator starter pack at @𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘𝗥. You get horizontal mattes, social media mattes, outline frames, an Apple logla, and 15 CapCut effect tutorials. Each one is under a minute and designed to create the kind of scroll-stopping visual hooks that makes people stop and watch. All free. Links in the description. This last one is the simplest of the three, and it might be my favorite. One small move at the end takes it from a still map to something that genuinely catches the eye. Add your map to the timeline, hold Option or Alt and drag to duplicate it onto the layer above. Press V on the main layer, so only the upper layer is visible. Go to Video, choose Remove Background, and select Custom Removal. I'm going to highlight Greenland, so I'm painting over it with the brush tool. Once the full country is selected, press Apply. Mine isn't perfect, but you can take your time here and make the selection as precise as you like. Now, on the layer where we've isolated Greenland, go to Adjust, choose Curves, select the red curve, and push it to the left until Greenland turns a nice orange color, just like that. Go to Text and add the text layer. Type Greenland or the name of whichever country you are highlighting. Choose your font. I'm using Inter Semi-Bold and I'm making it even heavier by pressing the B button. I'm setting the character spacing to -1 and positioning the label over the country. I'm choosing black for the text color. Go to Animation and add Type 1 and set the duration to 1 second. Perfect. Now create a compound clip of the 2 layers and enable the main map clip again by pressing V. Move your playhead to the beginning of the clip, highlight it, and add keyframes for scale and position. Move forward by about 1.5 seconds, resize the map, bring the country closer, and position it neatly in the center. Right-click the second keyframe, choose Show All Presets, and select Quad Out. Move your playhead to the second keyframe, bring the upper layer to that same position, then resize and reposition it until it fits exactly where it belongs over the main map. With the upper layer highlighted, go to Video, choose Mask, and select Circle. Shrink the mask all the way down and add feathering to around 30. Add a keyframe for both the mask size and feather. Move your playhead forward by about 35 frames. Increase the size of the mask until the full country is revealed. Then bring the feather back down to 0. Right-click the second keyframe, choose Show All Presets, and add an Ease preset. Now go to Media, open Library, and add a black background between the 2 map layers. Resize if needed, and set its opacity to around 50%. Then go to animation and choose fade in with a duration of around 1.5 seconds. This already looks great, but we can add a flicker to give the reveal more energy. Move your playhead to the point where the animation ends, make cuts every few frames, then delete every other section. Look at that. The darker background pulls attention away from the rest of the map. The orange makes Greenland impossible to miss, and that flicker gives the final reveal a sharp, modern finish. Honestly, I'm impressed. Once you understand how the masks, keyframes, and compound clips work together, you can take these ideas in so many different directions. So if you want a clear path through CapCut without having to work out what to learn next, our CapCut Creator Mastery course is where we're bringing it all together. You can find out more through the link in the description. If this video helped, a like means a lot. And if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you won't miss what's coming next. Now go, create something awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.